Hello there once again. The one-day action keeps coming thick and fast here on Star Sports as we bring you highlights of the latest encounter from the Carlton and United series. Now, with England already having qualified for the finals against Australia, they took on Sri Lanka at a match at the SCG that really was just for pride and a few more points, I suppose. The Sri Lankan, the world champions, have had a dreadful time. Only 4 points from their 8 matches so far. They'd like to at least score a victory over England and then Australia in their final match. But as you can see, it's the old enemies who are through to the finals. The changes for England, well, it's a good opportunity to try out a few players. Vince Wells comes back into the side. Alex Stewart, the captain, steps down and hands over the captaincy to Adam Hollioake. His brother Ben, who's had precious little cricket in his trip down under, comes into things, as does the impressive Ashley Giles. For the Sri Lankans, well, there are 1 or 2 new faces. Avishka Gunawardena gets a go early on in the order. Aravinda de Silva has finally shaken off yet another injury, so he comes back into it. Well, it was the stand-in England captain, Adam Hollioake, and not that long ago, he was the regular one-day captain. He won the toss. He decided to bowl first. Here's what happened.
Malawi has been rested here now. That's down leg side and not off the mark. It's Malawi been rested. Giles comes into the side. A lot of all-rounders, England. Hollioake, a good leader in one-day competition. So they'll be striving to maintain their top form. England, for the Sri Lankans, they're looking towards the World Cup. Oh, there's a shot. We'll get a view now. The ball, yes, great shot, but slowing down.
Yes, I think in the normal course of events that probably would have just made it to the fence. It just seemed to slow down a little bit as he hit it through the offside. Let's see if he hits it in the middle of the bat. He hit it quite well. Straight into the gap. This will give you some idea.
Oh, cracking shot, beautiful. A bit of wet, 8 off the over. Sri Lanka had a good start. None for 16. He's gone for it, pulled it well. It's an indication that side of the ground is very heavy. Pick up 3. Living up to his reputation of being a bit of a dasher. That was a good shot. It's gone for that. That's well struck. Wells the fieldsman. And that's very good running. 6 off the over. It's none for 25. Well bowled and well played. Swung in, he got away off his pads nicely.
Mark Lane chasing from mid-on. It's none for 40.
Yeah, the Gunawardena, as you can see there, is he's got a couple of back grips which a lot of the players from the subcontinent tend to employ these days. Sachin Tendulkar, Saurav Ganguly, these sort of guys have 3 or 4 grips on the bat, which is a little bit unusual. The Australian players tend to only have 1 or 2, and a guy like Dean Jones used to only have a very thin grip. He used to like the feel of the bat in his hand.
This time he's beaten Adam Hollioake. Dangerous slide. It was very, very close to the fence. Looks as though the ball has actually beaten him. Well, he's smiling, so no damage done.
It's a dangerous move, sliding into the fence. Bradley Young has fallen victim to that early on in the one-day series, and particularly where there's a gate there, you can easily get your ankle caught underneath, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's done some sort of damage there that he feels later on once he cools down.
That's beautifully hit, and this time he's beaten the fieldsman. It's none for 60.
And Ashley Giles has a wicket. And well captained by Adam Hollyoake. He's pulled that man in from long on, left the gap there and invited Gunawardena to go down the track and try to hit it away either for 4 or 6, and he has a wicket.
Well, this is good cricket. He's brought that man in. He said, OK, you want to hit me over the top, go for it. I don't think there's been enough of that done in this series by, particularly I think England have tended to go back on the back foot, and so Sri Lanka. Shane Warne has been a totally different proposition, and I think that's good to see. Gunawardena has gone for 24. He stumped Crawley, bowled Giles.
Arjuna Ranatunga is producing his big guns here. The England bowlers have just tied the batsman down a little bit, so Chaminda Vaas comes in. He's a real dasher. Normally bats down the order, but is quite a useful player. Hits the ball very, very hard. There, but it's going to be wide of him, or wide of both of them. It's well placed. There's a bit more sloppiness. The throw was a relay throw. It's gone to the man in the infield, who's been confused by the call and has a real good chance of running out the one going to the bowler's end. And then it's a bad throw.
Look for at least 2 here. It's going to probably go for 4, and it does. Marker laying down the deep cover boundary, could do nothing about it. Short and wide. Kind of down onto it very quickly. Hit it hard. So early, hit it well in front of square. So almost extra cover.
Well, that's in the air, and that's going to go down to the fieldsman down there. Giles has dropped it. Oh dear. That one's over the top as well, but that's nicely struck actually. That was well, they're coming back for the second. This will be close. Oh, it's well taken. That's got to be out. He's taken the ball on the half volley and whipped the bails off, and I think that's all over.
Yeah, certainly a great bit of fielding there. Strong throw coming in. I think the best work was done by Mark Lane here, scooping that up on the half volley and taking the bails off. Tremendous piece of work.
Yes, there's no doubt about that. He's miles out, and I think he knows he's on his way, actually. He's already reached the other end, but what a take that was. There's the bounce. He picks it up on the half volley, and better than that, he then whips off the bails. The question is the ball in his hands? I think it was. It went straight in, and the finger's gone straight to the red light as well. So that's the end of Chaminda Vaas. Run out. A really good throw and a really good take.
Quite a nice shot there from Kalawitharana, just chipping over the top. Good one-day cricket shot. Nicely fielded by Knight there. Came in pretty quickly. Pretty good throw and a great pick up there. And sees the batsman on his way. And a pretty vital wicket there for England, just to break the momentum up. Sri Lanka looked like they were just getting on top, looking for a big score. And now it's 2 for 99.
Second place, Valencia.
Vipul Chandana, the new batsman, he's been quite a useful contributor for Sri Lanka late in the order. Strike rate there just below 70, but he's got some good runs for them and got them in a hurry. Man in the outfield and caught. So frustration has struck again, and some good bowling from Vince Wells.
Well, push the single would have been a better option. Instead of that, it's a wicket, and Chandana goes without scoring. 7 for 134.
Marshan Tilakaratne coming in very low in the order, coming in at number 9. Don't think that'll thrill him too much as a batsman. Not the best place to come in. Sri Lanka in trouble.
Wells continues from the members' end. Asked the question, hit the pad first and then the bat. Umpire Tony McCullen.
He's just pitched outside leg stump and just holding the line a little bit. Perhaps he thought he hit it as well.
It's a nice leg glance, gets past the keeper. Brisbane viewers will be reading this shortly for news and the current affair. 7 for 144. That's the batting card. First wicket put on 71. Since then it's been a struggle for the Sri Lankans. Tilakaratne gets a full toss and he beats cover. And this will be the first boundary for a long time and a much needed one.
And much needed runs. 71 balls since the last boundary. And Tilakaratne had faced 22 balls for 4 runs just before he hit this one for 4. So I think they've probably decided now they really have to do something. But they've gone out there and perhaps a little worried about the pitch, and they've probably come to the conclusion that they're better off just playing themselves in for a little while, then the two of them really having a go. Last delivery played away on the onside. They look as if they'll pick up 2 here. So that takes the score to 7 for 154.
Vince Silva does it beautifully. He just opens the face of the bat. This will be a good dash. It's 4. What a good cricketer he is. A World Cup champion batsman showing his class.
Yes, he's got wonderful touch, Sharavinda. He really has. Just watch the way he plays this one. Leaves it very late, opens the face of the bat and gets it right in the middle. And Goff even, who would normally just throw his arms up if he thought he was unlucky, you could see he was about to register a little bit of a complaint there, but he withdrew it because I think he recognised that that was a good shot.
This time he's over the top of Gully. I think you'll appreciate the ball coming onto the bat as well, the extra pace.
I was going to say that. I think that probably from Sri Lanka's point of view, Aravinda has recognised that it's going to be a little easier with the faster bowler to get it away.
It's gone for it, and he's just over mid-wicket. He picked that, Tony, but didn't quite get hold of it. It's very hard to hit down the ground here on this slow pitch. If you look at the pitch, sometimes there's a puff of dust coming up.
Yes, really, there's nothing in it. It's a very slow pitch. And that was a good effort. So he's struggling to get it away.
There's a big hit, and that's a big one. Lane coming around. I don't think he'll get to this. Falls in safely. They run 2.
Yes, Lane was hovering underneath that one for a while, but he was never going to get anywhere near it. Goff just pushing him back a little bit. Yes, he got onto that one, didn't he? He did well, actually, to get it way down into the outfield the way he did. Another slow delivery.
Oh, he's hit that one. He's hit that one a long way. Very good shot.
Yes, he's one of the few players who's able to do this sort of thing. Just watch this short, and he smashes it away down to the deep mid-wicket boundary.
See Goff change of pace here shortly. This one was not. It was just a genuine one. You see the puff of dust there. He still picked it up beautifully. And He struck that one. That's a big hit. That's a long 6. What a way to finish the innings. It brings up his 50. What a super player.
Yes, he is. That is a full toss, and you can't bowl them to Aravinda de Silva. He's ended up hitting a 6 off the last ball to get a half century. He's halfway down the wicket in any event. What a timer of the ball he is, and how quickly does he pick it up? Smashes that one away down. Oh, and well taken in the stands as well. Down in the members section there. That's a beautiful catch. It was hit really firmly, went flying away, and well, nicely taken. And everyone around there giving him a cheer.
Well, 181 for 7 in the end there, Sri Lanka. Funny old sort of innings. They started off with a bang through Kalawitharana, who took a lot of runs there off Ben Hollyoak, and then got rather bogged down before in the end it was Aravinda back, and good to see him back as well with 52 not out. Might be a bit tricky for England to chase that target, especially with a few new faces in the side. We'll take a break and then come back and see how they fare.
182 they made, and so 4.14 is the required run rate now. Runs to win 182. So Nick Knight is out there, and his partner today is not Alex Stewart. Alex Stewart is not playing in this match. Wells is out there with him. So it'll be Knight and Wells, followed by Graham Hick, Hussain, Crawley and Lane. Then the Hollyoaks, Elam, Jars and Goff. And between them, they'll be hoping to make 182 under lights at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Chaminda Vaas is going to be one of their problems. He normally gets the ball to swing quite a bit early on. He's got the new ball. Got that one away nicely, just backward a square. They come back for the set. This is a very aggressive run. If that had been straight, that might have been quite close. The throw was wide of the stumps. Very aggressive running by Knight.
It's a little bit slow to the ball, pick up and throw, a little bit wide. Good running in the end.
Oh, and that one hit the edge and went flying in the direction of the wicket. That almost took off, or certainly looked as if it took off. The leg bar is given, so obviously there's no bat there. Oh, and that one's wide, way down the leg side. Well, that's well played. He's got that one over the infield nicely. Vince Wells getting himself 2 there.
Big shot down the ground by Vince Wells. Very well struck. And goes all the way into the boundary.
Yes, that's very well played. Just have a look at this again from the other end. On the up and managed to get it away on the onside. Mid on, just a little wide. So I think he was aiming for that gap. Oh, there's a mix-up here. Oh, it's a dreadful throw. I think that his gloves hit the stumps, but and the bails are off. But oh, that was a dreadful throw. All he had to do was get it over the bails, and that looked to me anyhow as if it was going to be out.
Straight throw and definitely out. Kalawitharana, I don't know what he's doing there. He's knocked the bails off with his pads by the looks of things. Chandana quickly in. A little bit of a wide throw, but little Kalu's knocked the bails off with his pads.
Yes, it looked to me as if he was trying to get to the other side of the stumps, and his momentum took him away from them. That was a big opportunity for them, a run out at this stage.
That's a cracking shot. Nick Knight's an interesting player. He's been threatening over in England for quite a while. Have you come up against him much so far, Steve?
Haven't played a lot against him, but he's certainly got a very good record in one-day cricket. And the cover drive is one of his better shots. He uses his feet pretty well in one-day cricket. I think for the left hand, that's probably the safest shot he can play, hitting with the spin on a turning wicket. Got down it nicely.
That's fine stroke. It will slow down towards the fence, but it won't slow down much. It was hit with a lot of power by Vince Wells. Good timing. That's the really wet and slow part of the ground after yesterday and today's deluge. That's cleverly played. He had to play it against the spin onto the onside, just pushed it away into mid-wicket. He's gone, and Wells, frustrated, was trying to give himself room for the stroke. Kalavattarana has got one in the mouth. Bail or ball, we're not absolutely certain, but whatever it is, he's not too happy with it. Understandably so. And he hasn't even congratulated the bowler yet.
Here we see Wells trying to give himself room to improvise. Give himself far too much room there. The one that skidded on, beat him for pace. A nice bit of bowling there. You can just feel the pressure building on the English batsman in the last couple of overs, and that's due to some good bowling from De Silva from the other end.
1 for 53.
He's the informed batsman of the series, really. 3 centuries, very good strike rate, good average. Very clean hitter of the ball, Graham Hick. Oh, wow, it stayed down. 2 wickets in 3 balls, and all of a sudden it's 2 for 53. Hick bowled for a duck. First wicket to go was a different delivery than this. You see the ball just holding its line, really. Tried to hit it through the offside. Took middle leg stump, whack in the mouth of the keeper, but then the big wicket of Hick, this stays down. Welcome to the Sydney Cricket Ground, Graham Hick.
Yeah, I think he'd be wondering why Adam Hollioake decided to win the toss and put the opposition in. It's always going to get harder, this wicket. And Graham Hick, I don't think there's a great deal he could do about that. The goes under. Bowled without troubling the scorer. England now 2 for 53.
As Hussain comes in with a full of 2 quick wickets. Oh, big turn, he was back. By a Torful test there by Aravinda with a big smile. Let's have a look at that, though. Would have spun a fair way.
Yeah, I think he might just have been outside the line, I think, Bill, here. Yeah, that's what saved him. Just outside the line. Would have hit the stumps.
Full pitch first up. Chandana is a handy cricketer. Could become a very good all-rounder for Sri Lanka in the World Cup. That's close. Hits. That would have been very, very close. In fact, umpires called for the video replay. The direct hit, Knight was gone.
Well, a direct hit, I think, might have been out. I'm not convinced this is, though. It's a good throw. He's gone to the right end. Tempting. Nick Knight stretching now. A direct hit, and he's gone, but he's well in.
So we're now into the 25th over. They need to be 141. So the last thing that England need is rain. Chance there, and he's been given. Umpire Torkel doesn't even worry about the replay. That one spun and bounced, and it was a very good take by Kaluwitharana. Umpire McQuillan at the other end is signalling wide. So stumped off a wide.
Yes, it does happen. It's spun a long way, but I thought for an instant that it had flicked off his thigh. In any case, the batsman was advancing. I'm not absolutely certain about the wide ball there. The batsman was coming down the track, and it spun past him. It pitched on off stump. It's just a little bit rough to give a wide, and that's assuming it didn't flick the trousers. 3 for 74.
That's well struck and right into the gap.
That was a good blow.
There's the 100 up.
Nicely swept. Just pick up an easy 2 there. No doubt that Junior Ranatunga decided once he'd seen the pitch that it was going to be spin for him. Now Nick Knight has made his first half century of the series in this Carlton United series, and that'll be very, very welcome for him.
With Crawley, and Crawley's hit that one absolutely magnificently. Well, that's his first boundary, and he's played it with a sweep shot right off the middle of the bat.
Yeah, that's a super shot, and that's exactly what England need. I think one sense is that England have got to take this match now, and someone's got to be very aggressive and try and get on top of the bowling.
Oh, he's dropped it. No, he's got it. He's got it. Well, that's a good catch. That's the wicket they needed. They desperately needed. Well, just for a second, I thought he'd fumbled that. Perhaps he did.
It could turn out to be the match-winning catch. Sri Lanka very clean for a wicket there. Crawley disappointed. Didn't quite get to the pitch of it. Just clipped away, looking for probably the single, and he'd be disappointed that he's picked out the fieldsman there at mid-wicket. Ended up being a pretty good catch from Ranatunga, and just the sort of lift that the side needs at this stage.
Yes, so John Crawley used up 21 balls for his 13. It's 4 for 118. So Mark Elam is a right-hander. He's the new batsman. He's averaged just under 20. He's probably working hard on that one. His highest score only 45, but a strike rate that's pretty acceptable. Sometimes used to lift the run rate as well as a pinch hitter. This is where it gets really difficult for the side batting second. England 4 for 119.
It's another vital wicket. Nick Knight playing across the line. I think he misjudged the length there, and it was the quicker one from Chandana right through the gap between the bat and pad. Tried to once again hoik it over mid-wicket. It definitely picked up the wrong length.
Yes, this has been a game of losing wickets at the wrong time, isn't it? He's dragged it back on. I think he got a little bottom edge there, trying to sweep it away on the onside. That's a vital wicket for Sri Lanka. They know now they've got 2 new batsmen out there, and it's going to be pretty tough. So Knight, 109 balls, really did all the hard work, and he, like Kaluwitharana, is out in the 50s. It's 5 for 119. So Mark Elaine is the new batsman. Really early days for him, just 3 matches. So you don't want to take too much notice of those figures just yet. Tonight's a big opportunity for him. He's got that one away, and oh, he's caught it well. I think he slightly misread that one. Roshan Mahanama. He's a magnificent fieldsman. He's out there as a substitute, and he's caught that one inches off the ground.
It could turn out to be a match-winning catch. Tremendous catch in the deep. It was hit pretty hard and pretty flat. It's always hard to pick up with the lights on in the day-night game. Not a bad shot from Mark Elam. He picked his spot. Unfortunately, didn't quite get it away from the fielders, and that's a great catch. And that'll certainly lift the Sri Lankan side and may just send them on the way to a victory.
Now Holyoake is the new batsman. That is a good shot. Beautiful cover drive, that one, through the offside field for 4. We haven't seen many go through that part of the field of the off-spinners today. That was a lovely shot.
That was a classy shot, very well timed. Didn't try and hit the ball too hard. That's one of his practice swings. I noticed him playing a couple of different. Yeah, that's not quite the shot that you really want to see from a top-order batsman, but you can't blame him for that last shot. It was a great shot.
More runs. That one beats the backward point fieldsman. Won't quite get to the boundary. That's what. That's exactly what is needed here. Just a few aggressive shots, just to get, just to arrest the initiative here.
Big shout. Ball's going everywhere here at the moment. Mark Lane's decided to go for broke.
Yes, he's playing shots to everything. That one coming off the pad.
And for this one, that's well struck. Found the gap at a wide he's long on.
Well, it might be mainly an arm swing, but it's very effective because that ball absolutely raced away, deciding that there's not a lot of spin there with Chandana. He bowls a lot of top spin.
Man out there getting under it, should catch this. Yes, he does. So Wadner takes the catch. The lane's gone. 7 for 150.
Well, that was the risk that Mark Elaine was prepared to take, to just swing against the spin. It was quite clever bowling, just a little shorter in length, perhaps tossed a little higher to pitch a little shorter, got a slight top edge on it, and it's well taken by Jay Wardner in the outfield. 7 down for 150.
New batsman is Ben Holyoake. So the Holyoake brothers have got the job to do for England. He hits his out. He's got him, I think, yes. Well done. Swindavas took aim. Bingo.
Yes, that was the important thing. He got the ball, got himself set, had a good look at the target, and then bang. He knew that the batsman was in trouble. He knew, just had that fraction of a second to really take aim. Just played it a little too firmly. In fact, brother Adam wasn't running at one stage. He's gone by a mile. Umpire Torfel in good position once again. Doesn't even bother with the replay. And that's a good start for Chaminda Vas. And not good news for England. It's 8 for 155.
Gone by a mile. He charged. missed it by 1.5 foot. It's good stumping.
Well, we were looking at that percentage of stumpings earlier on. It's a very good one for the keeper. I think that now makes it 47 in 75 matches, which is an excellent percentage. He's made one very good stumping, and that one turned quite a long way. I got the feeling there that the leg spinner saw him coming and definitely fooled Adam Holyoake. Good piece of bowling and tidy wicket keeping. Second stumping in the innings for Kaluwitharana. It's 9 for 162. I guess the one thing you do know with Darren Gough, he will go down aggressively.
Gough gets it down to backward square leg, just the single. Giles down the ground. They should get 2. It's 9 for 165. Situation for England. And a lot of strife in the final over. 44 over match. Darren Gough on strike, it's in the Bath. He's got a bit of pad there. He shouts for LB, not out's the call. So a single. Brings Giles onto strike. He struck the ball pretty well.
Yes, he's hit pretty straight, Ashley Giles. Darren Gough was a bit out of his crease when he got hit there. I don't think there was ever any chance that he was going to be given out LBW. He'd given it the charge.
Nick onto the pad. They defended very well, the Sri Lankans, and good captaincy by Junior Ranatunga, opening up the bowling with an off-spinner. Aravinda De Silva, he did the job for his skipper, spun the ball, and I think he put the Englishman on the back foot early on. 15 off 4. The keeper's looking for the run out, forgot the ball.
Darren Gough was trying to hit that one into the showground. He had a huge heave at it. Bounced a bit on him, and then he got a difficult bounce. Kaluwitharana.
Oh, just chips it down to long on. Gough will come back, I think, for the second. He does. Oh, if that hit the stumps, that would have been brilliant fielding. Didn't quite make it.
Yes, the batsman almost collided, running between wickets. Upul Chandana with a strong arm, and that certainly would have been out if he'd got the direct hit. He's not the fastest runner going around Ashley Giles. He's a big guy.
Well, wide not called. So that's it for England. 1 ball remaining. It's a good victory for the Sri Lankans. They were sent into bat and struggled to 181 of 44 overs. And the bowlers have done the job. They defended grounding on a pitch that's been ordinary, to say the least. Variable bounce and a lot of turn this evening. That's it. So a good victory for Sri Lanka. Congratulations to the umpires. Samawera, man of the match. Very good effort. Bowled very well. And a very good win for the Sri Lankans.
Well, a pretty lacklustre showing there by the English team. They made a good start, but Ranatunga was in, I suppose, canny form, opening up with that off-spin there of Aravinda. And all the way through, he juggled his bowl as well. He changed things around. The key wickets would have to be those of Hick and Hussain. They really would have liked to have just got something going for England. And from there on in, it was a pretty disappointing kind of tail away there. In the end, they fell 11 runs short. Just a quick look at the Sri Lankan bowling figures, and Samawera coming into the side and doing very nicely, 3 for 34, and Chandana, who we've seen quite a lot of, 3 for 35. A good steady performance by the world champions to regain a bit of lost pride and to pick up a couple of points. They now have 6. They could end the tournament with 8 if they can beat Australia in their last match, which comes up on Sunday. Before that, though, there's another match. That's England against Australia. I suppose it's a dress rehearsal of the finals, and those matches are always important psychologically. If you can win that one, put one over on a few of the players, then maybe they'll go into the finals with a bit of an edge. Make sure you catch that one. It starts at 8:50 in the morning if you're watching in India, and that's on Friday, the action coming from the SCG. Hope you enjoyed this.